still locked.
I'm Liam O'Brien. I'm an elected representative on the National Bricklayers Committee at Bath Hill. It's my second stint on the committee. I was involved in 2007. Some great members as well. We're here outside Bath Hill's office on a Monday evening, which traditionally Monday night was the night where bricklayers would gather, meet the committee. You know, they'd meet with other bricklayers, talk about prices around the town outside the hall, come up with their grievances of employment, what they needed the union to sort out, and you know, they felt like they had an active role and an active part to play in the union. Unfortunately, the union's been closed now on a Monday night for the last number of years, and you know, not only is the Dublin been closed down, but Cork, Waterford, Limerick, they've all been closed, you know. So that's why we're here now tonight. Just this, you know, as I say, this is my second stint on the committee. I was elected in October 2019. They've held one meeting in November 2019, and the next meeting after that was last Tuesday. It's a genuine concerns to raise at that meeting. It seemed to me that the only reason they wanted to hold that meeting was to try and tick the box to hold an AGM on the 22nd of September, you know. And I'd hope all members of all branches would contact the union and try and get the Zoom link, because this meeting is to be held on Zoom. Get the Zoom link and let our voices be heard. Talking to bricklayers in Waterford, their town, and talking to bricklayers in Cork, their town is as bad as Dublin for bogus self-employment and bogus subcontractors. Yeah. You know, and we need a strong union. We need active members to take an active part to hopefully continue on the traditions of the union. I was told once by an employee of the union, you shouldn't get wrapped up in the nostalgia or the history of the union. Well, you know, you should. That's where you learn. That's where we learn, you know. So, like, as I say, I've genuine concerns about the workings of the committee. But I'm hoping to stand for election again after the AGM, if I'm lucky enough to be nominated. I'd like to thank all the members who voted for me so far, and I'd ask them to continue voting for me in the next election. But I'd also like to invite the future candidates and the present and the present members of the committee, that maybe we might be able to have a debate on issues. We can have it here in the Steps of Blessing Street. As I said, I've genuine concerns about elections in the union. The last election there was an independent observer from the Congress of Trade Unions appointed to look after it, and I raised concerns with him. And he told me out straight. He said, you know, he noted my concerns, but he told me it was an internal matter within the union. And when I've tried on numerous occasions to get this addressed, I've been stonewalled. You know, and the other thing about elections, like in the town at the moment, there's men that can't even elect their own shop stewards on sites around Dublin. And that was always an integral part in the workings of the union. The men showed faith in each other, showed faith in the bricklayers, in their representatives, and voted for them on site. You know, that would allow the shop stewards to come up here on a Monday night and you know, pay their dues, bring the concerns of what the men had on the site in front of the committee, so that it could be dealt with in a quick and adequate fashion. That seems to have stopped. You know, men don't seem to have access to the union that they once had, and that's a genuine concern. Like, we have our members are paying €10 a week, which is probably one of the highest trade union rates, fees, and you know, they deserve better.